Hello, dear listeners. What if the secret to learning English isn't hidden in a textbook, but in a thrilling story? Get ready to rediscover one of the greatest Arabic tales retold in simple English, complete with vivid illustrations and lively animations. This isn't just a story, it's your next step towards fluency and an epic adventure in language learning. Let's begin. Long ago, two men walked in a wide desert. One man was kind. He liked to help others. The other man was stingy. He did not want to share. They walked for many days under a hot sun. At last, they reached the edge of a big forest near a great city. A giant tree stood at the edge. It had a wide shade. The kind man said to his friend, "Let us rest here today under this shade before we go to the city. The place looks calm and nice." The stingy man agreed. They sat under the giant tree. The kind man took out his food and drink. He said to the stingy man, "Let us eat from my food now. When night comes, we will eat from your food." They ate the kind man's food until they were full. After a while, the sun began to set. The sky turned orange and pink. Darkness came. The stingy man thought, "This trip is very long. I do not know when it will end. If I eat now, I may be hungry later. It is better to keep my food." So he ate his food alone in secret. He did not share with his friend. When the kind man learned this, he felt sad and angry. He could not believe his friend was so greedy. He decided he could not travel with him anymore. He left the stingy man and walked alone into the dark. The kind man walked under the faint moonlight. He came to an old, empty mill. The mill looked a little scary in the dark. The kind man told himself, "I will spend the night here. In the morning, I will see what happens." He climbed to a high room in the mill and sat down. He waited for dawn. Before he slept, he heard strange sounds downstairs. He looked out the window and saw wild animals, one by one. A huge lion entered first. Then came a swift tiger. Next came a fast cheetah. After that came a clever hyena. Then a smart fox. Last of all came a strong wolf. All the animals met in the middle of the mill. The lion stood at the front and spoke in a loud voice. "Hello, dear animals of the forest. Welcome to our monthly meeting. I have read your reports, and I thank you for your great work. Now, if any of you has news, please speak." The tiger spoke first. "O king of the forest, in my area lives a small mouse. It has 100 gold coins. Each morning, it takes one coin out. It places the coin in the sun for 1 hour, then puts it back. I do not know why." Then the cheetah said, "Wise king, in my area lives a human king who loves justice. He has a daughter who is very sick. The doctors cannot heal her. He will marry her to the man who finds a cure. The cure is in a special egg. A poor farmer lives in a small house next to the king's city. He owns the chicken that lays this egg." Next, the hyena said, "O king of justice, in my land there is a huge tree with no fruit. It is because a hidden treasure lies under it." Then the fox said, "O generous king, the humans built a fence between us and the chickens. My fox cubs are very hungry. They eat fruit and vegetables because they have no food." Finally, the wolf said, "Patient king, many hunters come to my land. The animals are in pain because of their cruelty. Please protect them." The kind man listened to all this talk. He held his breath. He was afraid that the wild animals would see him. When night ended and the sun rose, the animals left one by one. First the lion, then the tiger, and finally the other beasts. He rose quickly and walked to the place the tiger had described. He found the mouse there. Just as the tiger said, the mouse pulled out gold pieces. It placed each piece in the sun for 1 hour. The kind man picked up a small stone and threw it at the mouse. The mouse ran away in fear. Now the kind man had all the golden pieces. He put them in his bag and set off to find the poor farmer. When he reached the farmer's small house next to the king's city, he saw the chicken the cheetah had told him about. The chicken looked plain and calm. The kind man offered the farmer 10 gold pieces for the chicken. The farmer could not believe his ears. He thought, "My chicken is worth only a little." But 10 gold pieces were too many. So he agreed and sold the chicken at once. Carrying the chicken, the kind man went to a quiet place under a large tree. He sat down and waited. After a short time, the chicken laid the special egg. Kind man picked up the egg and hid it in his pocket. Then he hurried to the king's palace. When he stood before the king, he spoke with respect. "O king, I have news for you," he said. The king asked him to continue. "I heard that the princess is very ill," the kind man said. "The doctors cannot heal her, but I have here the cure in 1 egg." The king's face turned serious. "If you can heal my daughter," he said, "then she will be your wife. But if you lie, I will cut off your head." The kind man bowed and accepted this hard condition. Guards led him to the princess's room. Inside, the princess lay in bed. She looked weak and pale. The kind man prayed silently that the egg would work. He broke the egg into a small bowl. He gave the princess a sip. Her eyes opened slowly. The kind man could not believe what he saw. He waited a little and gave her another sip. The princess sat up on the bed. After 1 more hour, he gave her a 3rd sip. At once, she stood and smiled. It was as if she had never been sick. The king was filled with joy. He thanked the kind man many times. He called the judge and married the kind man to the princess. The next morning, the kind man spoke to the king again. "O my king," he said, "in your land there is a tree hiding a great treasure beneath its roots, a treasure too vast for your royal hall. Send some soldiers and workers with me." The king sent his army commander, many soldiers and workers. They dug around the tree. They widened the hole until they found the huge treasure chest. The kind man took part of the treasure and gave it to the workers. Then he gave another part to the poor people in the city. One day, the kind man walked in the market. He saw his old friend, the stingy man. The kind man greeted him warmly and offered him money. The stingy man refused until he heard the story of how the kind man grew rich. So the kind man told him everything. He spoke of the mouse, the hen, and the treasure under the tree. The stingy man ran to the old mill where the animals met. It had been a month since the last meeting, and a new one was to begin. The wild animals entered the mill again. First the lion, then the tiger, the cheetah, the hyena, the fox, and finally the wolf. When all were inside, the lion welcomed them and thanked them for their work. Then the wolf spoke up. "O king of the forest, how do we talk to you?" he said. "Last time we spoke here, a stranger stole the mouse's gold, the farmer sold the magic hen, and the treasure under the tree was found. Someone must spy on us." The lion ordered a search. The animals looked in every corner. They found the stingy man hiding under a beam. They almost caught him, but he escaped with deep wounds. Thus, greed and envy met their end. The kind man lived happily with the princess in the royal palace after his days of poverty.
The end. That's all for today. We hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to our channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button. See you next time.